Hi guys, my name's Chris and I'm one of our customer service champions here at RVi. Today we want to help you to get to know our RVibrake Shadow just a little bit better. So that's what we're going to cover. Let's get to it. So with the RVibrake Shadow, the very first thing we're going to notice when we open up the box here is we've got our user guide and this black plastic foam right here. So we're going to take these out. Make sure that you hang on to this user guide though. Unlike some of our other products, this is not a quick start guide. This is a full-scale installation guide that's going to help you through the entire installation process. So we're going to make sure to hang on to that and keep it close. So across the top here, we're going to see a number of important components. We see the big three right here. We have our Shadow brain box. This component is going to hook right up next to your battery. It's going to attach positive and negative. This is where most of the thinking of the RVibrake Shadow is done. We've got our booster box right here. This housing holds our compressor and most of the other mechanical components for the Shadow, and it is what is responsible for creating vacuum as you're driving. Then we have our cylinder right here. This is what's actually going to be pulling on the brake pedal. So it attaches to your brake pedal via a little clamp, and we'll take a look at what that looks like here in a moment. We've got some zip ties, which are going to be really important for securing some of these items in your engine compartment. We've got our accessories kit here. Now this contains most of the cables and the electrical components, as well as that clamp that I was talking about here. Underneath that, we have our vacuum kit. This contains a bunch of hoses, some check valves, and other items like that that we're going to need to splice into the vacuum line. And then beneath that, we have our breakaway. And the breakaway is going to be necessary just like it would be with the RVibrake 3. It's a very important component, the difference being that the breakaway is going to plug directly into the Shadow brain box as opposed to into the RVibrake 3 unit. So we've got that. And then over here on the left, we have our command center kit. And the command center kit is obviously what we use to monitor the system. You may be familiar with this if you've seen our Tire Patrol or our RVibrake 3. It's our tablet and our hub. And this is what we'll use to both monitor the brake as well as monitor any other products that we have, such as Tire Patrol sensors and that kind of thing. So that's what you're going to see inside the box for the unit. All right, guys, now let's look at what the RVibrake Shadow looks like installed under the hood. Remember that we do have a full installation video up on our website, which I'd encourage checking out. First up, we have the Shadow box. This component needs to be mostly level and oriented with the arrows facing forward. As you can see from our full install video here, it attaches to the positive and negative posts of the battery and can be secured via the provided zip ties. Make sure to reference your installation guide for additional guidance. Next up, the booster box and cylinder. These components can really be placed anywhere you have space, and in some vehicles that is going to be limited. However, both items are relatively small to give you maximum versatility. Every vehicle is going to be a little different, so it's important to take a look at your specific engine compartment before beginning installation. If you have questions on placement, definitely reach out to us. In addition to these pieces under the hood, you'll need to install your brake pedal clamp assembly, your breakaway, and if necessary, tie into your vehicle's vacuum line. We don't have time to get into all of that in this video, so definitely make sure to check out our installation guide for the Shadow, which is available on our website at any time. Full installation takes about 2 hours and can be done by either you or a dealer. All right, guys, so the last thing we want to look at is what the Shadow actually looks like when you're using it day to day. And how we're going to do that is we're going to use our manual brake function on our command center tablet. It's a little hard to show it when it's actually being towed, but this would do the exact same thing and kind of demonstrate what the Shadow looks like when it's in action. So let's take a closer look. All right, so the first thing we're going to take a look at is our Shadow settings screen. So you can see we have a number of different options here, the first one being vacuum or non-vacuum. This refers to the towed vehicle brakes, and you'll be familiar with which one you have either because you did the install and you followed either the vacuum or the non-vacuum install, or if you had a dealer install this for you, you can find this information in your owner's manual for the vehicle. Next up, we have our sensitivity settings for the Shadow. So we can use these little sliders here to turn that up or down. We can also run a brake test. We also have our signal strength indicator here, indicating how strongly we're connected to the Shadow brain box under the hood. We have our charging status, so we can see our battery is good. It's not currently being charged, but it is good. Then we have down here our drive mode slider, and this either turns the Shadow on or off in our drive mode screen It's present on any of our RVI products, and this is where you'll find it. So next up, we have our drive mode screen. This is really going to be the primary screen that you'll live in when you're utilizing the product. So you can see right here we have our concentric rings. If you've ever used drive mode with the RVibrake 3, you'll be familiar with these. These rings actually light up when the brake is activating, and they'll light up to the proportion that the brake is activating. This center button here is a manual brake function. We can either tap it, or we can press and hold it for up to 5 seconds of additional braking. Over here, we have all of our other products that we can utilize with the RVibrake Shadow. So you can see we have our tire patrol. And if we were to go here and if we had tire patrol hooked up, the RVibrake Shadow shows up down here in this corner, just like it would with the RVibrake 3. And then we also have our charging voltage over here. Again, we can see our battery is good. We're not currently charging, but it is good. So you can always see your battery status right there. And then we have access to our RV Level app as well. So again, this is our drive mode screen, and this is really where you're going to want to live when you're using the Shadow on a day-to-day basis. So one of the really great things about the RVibrake Shadow is just how easy it is to use and install. You've seen a little bit of that in this video, but for a full installation video, along with other videos such as what's right for me, a portable or an installed braking system, you can check out our website, RVibrake.com. And if you ever have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're available by phone, chat, or email. Thanks so much and have a great day.